Man, my brother got 13 years old. Stop saying that.
Being a judge is difficult, especially when you have to make a decision that could, at worst, put someone's life in danger. Judges have to deal with grown men crying like infants, which is sad, in addition to dealing with criminals who are trying to kill you immediately after sentencing. So in this video, we are going to talk about the 3 craziest convict reactions to life sentence. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Number 3. Larry Nassar.
But Larry, you did this to yourself, and you did this to us.
The former doctor for the American gymnastics team, Dr. Larry G. Nassar, was sentenced to 40 years in prison on Wednesday for multiple sex crimes, capping an extraordinary 7-day hearing that drew more than 150 young women to publicly confront him and speak of their abuse.
Larry Nassar, I hate you.
Judge Rosemarie Aquilina, who had opened her courtroom to the young women, including several prominent Olympic athletes, bluntly made clear that Dr. Nassar was likely to die in prison. "I just signed your death warrant," she said as she imposed the sentence. Given an opportunity to address the court before sentencing, Dr. Nassar apologized to the young women and, occasionally turning to them in the courtroom, said, "Your words these past several days have had a significant effect on myself and have shaken me to my core. I will carry your words with me for the rest of my days." Several women groaned when he faced them and sobbed as he spoke. Just before sentencing Dr. Nassar, the judge read parts of a letter he submitted to the court that contrasted with his stated contrition. In the letter, he complained about his treatment in a separate federal child pornography case and wrote that his accusers, in this case, were seeking news media attention and money. Before we move on, support us by hitting subscribe and the bell icon to get notified when we post new videos. Now let's get back to our topic. Number 2. Lance Dyer. Lance Dyer led police on a car chase in May 2014. Rather than surrendering, he fled on foot and pointed a loaded gun at officers. He was sentenced to 11 years of punishment that did not go over well with his sister.
Man, my brother got 13 years old. Stop saying that.
While Dyer's attitude was largely quiet and accepting, his sister, unnamed in the report, goes on a profanity-laced tirade and resists officers who try to escort her from the premises. She was removed and not charged, but the judge did ban her from attending the rest of the proceedings. Lance Dyer appeals from his conviction and sentence on 1 count of felonious assault on a peace officer, 1 count of having a weapon while under disability, and a firearm specification. Dyer advances 2 assignments of error. First, he alleges ineffective assistance of counsel based on his attorney's failure to object to testimony about a high-speed police pursuit of a vehicle in which he was a passenger. Dyer asserts that the chase had nothing to do with the facts underlying the charges against him and that the testimony about it was unfairly prejudicial. Second, he challenges the legal sufficiency and manifest weight of the evidence to sustain his felonious assault conviction, which was based on him pointing a loaded handgun at a police officer after the high-speed chase ended in a crash. Number 1. Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas has been sentenced to life in prison for the murder of his ex-girlfriend's boyfriend, according to the Calcasieu Parish District Attorney's Office. Thomas an attempted second-degree murder on June 11, 2021. Judge Guidry sentenced Thomas to life without the benefit of probation, parole, or suspension of sentence for second-degree murder. He was also sentenced to 50 years in prison for the attempted second-degree murder, which is to run concurrently with his life sentence. Authorities called Thomas the classic domestic abuser, and they said he has a past of domestic violence. This defendant has an extreme history of domestic abuse that really established a pattern of escalation, said Assistant District Attorney Charles Robinson. This judge and district attorney will prosecute and punish domestic abusers to the fullest extent of the law, and that's what happened here. Robinson said that they feel Thomas' sentencing was appropriate for the crimes he committed. The court emphasized his ruthlessness, Robinson said. The defendant throughout this entire case showed zero remorse at all. When he testified, he tried to feign some remorse. Unbeknownst to him, we had heard him on some jail calls laughing about it and making jokes. He was exposed for exactly what he is. So that's it. Please like, share, and comment your thoughts below if you like this video. Remember to subscribe to see our next video. Stay safe and we will be back soon with another video.